I'm just putting this online because I need y'all support. I didn't call Kim, text the nannies.
If you look, the guy's knee wasn't even on his neck like that.
Did it resonate to y'all that y'all ain't do nothing about it? And that all y'all want to do is have somebody apologize and sweep under the rug your bullshit that you've been doing the whole time?
Don't play with my kids. Whoever y'all work for, whoever y'all think the family is working for, I'm telling you right now, don't play with my children.
And you're not gonna muffle me, and you're not gonna write me off as crazy. We can play fair, but I'm not gonna stop using my voice.
Yet another new and disturbing message from Kanye West.
On a highway in Los Angeles, drivers were greeted with this anti-Semitic banner over the weekend, following a recent string of hateful comments from rapper Kanye West.
DEFCON 3 on Jewish people? What are you doing?
The most interesting thing to come out of this, in my mind, was something Kanye said. Hurt people, hurt people.
Kanye Omari West, now known as Ye. Some might know him as one of the highest selling artists of all time. Others may know him as an influential fashion icon and shoe designer. But if you've been in the news recently, you probably know him as a controversial figure to say the least. In a matter of months, Ye went from being one of the most loved and celebrated artists of all time to being disgraced and reprimanded by even his closest fans and friends. How did this happen? When did this start? How did it?
Oh, it all falls down. I'm telling you, it all falls down.
Let's try to start where this all began, which is somewhat hard to pinpoint. Some can argue that this behavior started years ago and that Ye's been like this, and others will pinpoint one interview or one tweet where this all started to begin. But let's start off in 2022, where it all started to fall down.
Nigga, we having the best divorce ever. If we go to court together. Matter of fact, pick up your sis, we'll go to court together.
On January 15th, a series of videos would come out of Kanye claiming that his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, had kidnapped his child on her 4th birthday and was holding her party in a secret location so that he couldn't come.
I'm just wishing my daughter a public happy birthday. I wasn't allowed to know where her party was. There's nothing legal that's saying that these are the kind of games that's being played. At the light, it's the kind of thing that really has affected my health for the longest. I just came from Shy's party, and I just gotta shout out to Travis Scott for sending me the address and the time.
This interaction would mark the first time Ye had publicly called out his ex-wife and showed that he was having struggles co-parenting. But this wasn't as big as what would come out on February 4th, 2022, when Ye posted a picture of his daughter North on Instagram with the caption, "Since this is my first divorce, I need to know what I should do about my daughter being put on TikTok against my will." People took this statement as Ye openly harassing his ex-wife Kim. After this post, Kim will respond on her Instagram story claiming that Kanye was harassing her and saying that she was the main provider for their children. Ye and Kim had a lot of static between them at this time, and he wasn't the only one causing problems between the two. She refused to send Ye the address to his daughter's birthday party, in which after he attended, she demanded he take a drug test despite being completely sober. She sent a security team to escort him out their house and accused him of stealing despite the only thing him taking was his Akira manga set. She had his daughter posting TikToks against his will, and she humiliated Ye in front of everyone during her SNL monologue.
We can't have 3 failed politicians in one family. So, when I divorced him, you have to know it came down to just one thing: his personality. I know that sounds mean, but people keep telling me that comedy comes from truth.
Despite this, everyone had chosen their side and took Kim's and labeled Ye as a serial harasser. Well, almost everyone. One of the only people that actually stood up for Ye was controversial political activist Candace Owens. Remember that name because she's going to come back in this story. Ye praised her and pleaded for more celebrities to take his side publicly like she did, but no one ever did. The media in the weeks after had an obvious bias towards Ye, using any headline they could to put him down. When Ye airs out his problems co-parenting, he's labeled a harasser. When Ye buys a house near Kim to be closer to his kids, he's labeled a stalker. When Ye dropped his stem player for his new album, he was labeled a scammer. Ye not only had made enemies with the mainstream media outlets, but he had created a wedge in between his already split family. On January 27th, Ye had announced his 11th studio album, Donda 2, was set to be released on February 22nd, and the rollout for this album was filled with controversy. Ye started beef with several people during this time, including Billie Eilish, Hillary Clinton, MGK, but the biggest of those beefs was the one with Pete Davidson and one of Ye's best friends, Kid Cudi. Now, we won't get into the earlier beef with Pete, or Skeet Davidson as he would like to call him. Just know that he was extremely bothered by the idea that he had lost his wife to this crackhead looking white dude, and even more bothered of the idea of him being around his kids. This beef would escalate, however, when on February 12th, Ye posted a picture of a note that read, "Just so everyone know, Cudi will not be on Donda because he's friends with you-know-who. We all speak in Billy language now." Although Cudi was really close friends to Ye, he was also pretty close friends with Pete. Ye didn't like that, made Cudi choose sides, and this post obviously infuriated Cudi. He posted to Twitter, "We talked weeks ago about this. You're whack for flipping the script and posting this lie just for a look on the internet. You ain't no friend. Bye." Ye was burning yet another bridge. First his family, then the mainstream media, and now his closest friends. But he wasn't done creating tension between him and his family, and all throughout February, Ye was trying his best to win back Kim. And he had no success with this, and let's be honest, he didn't have the best approach, from constantly dissing and potentially endangering the life of her current boyfriend, to sending a truck full of roses to her house on Valentine's Day. Ye wasn't done fighting a battle that had already long been lost. Weeks would pass, and his album Donda 2 would hold its listening party in a huge stadium in Miami. The album at the time of the listening party was obviously unfinished, but if you're a Kanye fan, this is nothing new. And the album's filled with a lot of songs speaking about his current mind space and heartbreak from his divorce.
Put them on time now. Keep the flowers in 100. I started buying Louis bags at the Virgil Pass. I started buying Louis bags at the Virgil Pass. I'm not gonna lie, couldn't move.
A week after this, the divorce between Kim and Kanye would be finalized, and Ye would respond with 2 poems, one titled Divorce and the other titled Dead. Ye was obviously heartbroken, and this was most likely the point where he had finally come to terms with the fact that his marriage was done and his family was officially split.